Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Today is a solo night, and I hopefully am going to have something that is relatively quick. um, so I am playing a starter kit scenario. This one just kind of popped out because it didn't have anything special to it, so to speak. Obviously, it being the Italians versus the Greek is pretty interesting, but other than that, there didn't seem to be any other special stuff. And admittedly, when I was first looking at this scenario, because of the way that my spreadsheet is set up, I don't have it with, for example, um, specific guns or specific vehicles. I either have guns in them or vehicles or whatever. And I was really hoping, unironically, hoping that the scenario would have more support weapons, because this is I believe, starter kit 2 scenario. Now, that's not the case in the stuff that's in here, but we'll try to enjoy it regardless and see what's what. So this scenario is also pretty different, at least from my experience with some other starter kit scenarios, where you need to exit units off of a board edge, and I'm pretty sure I typically just see like kill like a control building or CVP. But I'm now that I'm scrolling down into some other scenarios that I've never looked at before, it looks like there's a fair number of exit ones. So regardless, this one is an exit VP, and we'll see if the Italians can make it. So the Italians and the Greeks both start off board. However, importantly, the Italians are the first ones to get on board. They have a pretty sizable force. They've got about 12 squads, whereas the Greeks that are following them have about half a squad less than them. And we'll see if that has any major effect on them. Now, big difference between the two forces is the Italians obviously are 3-4-7s, so they don't have as much firepower and they don't have as much range as the typical Greek outfits. SSRs for this one, there's 4, which I usually feel like I only see like 1 or 2 for starter kits. But despite it being November, grain is in season. Obviously, we're in Greece, so the temperature is way different. Italian MMG that exists begins the scenario malfunctioned, and you can't attempt to repair it until Italian player turn 2. Now, this doesn't matter for the first turn, because obviously the first turn they're off board, so you cannot perform repair actions, but it does affect the first Greek turn. So you won't have that extra fire. You potentially won't have that firepower further out. I could see how there's a scenario where you just never repair the medium machine gun and have to kind of grumble about it. On Greek player turns 2 through 4, the Greek player makes a die roll at the start of the rally phase, and you compare it to some numbers on the turn tracker. Essentially, if you roll equal or less to the circled number, you get the final amount of Greek units to help out. And they get to essentially enter from off board from a specific side. And lastly, Greek MMCs have their broken side morale increased by 1. So instead of 7 or 5 in this case for the half squads, it's 6. Yeah. So anyways, the Greeks have 1 higher morale, which is going to likely be helpful. Otherwise, there's no other setup to really do. The last thing is that for the objective, the Italians win at game end by exiting 10 or more CVP off board, and they must exit off of the west edge, which is to the left. I don't feel like that's a big deal. It's a little under half of the total force that the Italians have, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. So, first things first, weather. No rally or prep fire, and we'll just go into movement phase and all those shenanigans because, like I said, I think it's just this is a scenario that you can kind of just pop in and just jump around real quick. So I'm going to declare CX with the group at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why not? Next up, same. Ooh, do I want the same thing from these guys? These guys. Next group CXs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next up, I have a bunch of guys, notably carrying the broken MMG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I don't really need to go crazy here. I think I'm going to do this. I'm also absolutely not sure about combining. I'm not sure if you're allowed in starter kit or not. I'm just gonna not do it and live with that. Additionally, I guess because I wanted at least something extra, I'm putting snipers on board. Now there are no snipers in starter kit scenarios, but I just figured I'll equal them to their ELR and we'll just play it by ear. I can't imagine it's really gonna make a difference, but I'd rather just have them on there. And last group. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to go further? No. No, I think that's fine. Okay. So, no defensive, no blah, blah, blah. We go straight to advanced phase. My phone is blowing up for no reason. We're going to take off our move. In the advanced phase, I'm going to split this up here. So one squad goes there. They're going to be marked with CX. Leader and squad with the LMG are going to go there. This gang is all going to spread out. There. Now, I'm doing this because two reasons. One, the fact that the Greeks come in from potentially anywhere on the north or south edge can be a real big problem for the Italians, and I desperately want to get at least into that building. So I obviously can't just rush to it specifically because grain is in season. If it wasn't, I'd have at least a slightly easier time. But I need to essentially secure a flank and then drop that flank and run to this stone building because it's going to be helpful. Speaking of, we're going to do squad plus LMG. You guys will split and... Yeah, I'll just go here. Do I? No, because I want to combine them. I think that's going to be helpful in a couple cases. All right, no CC. We go to turn 1. Now, if I was playing regular not starter kit, if I was playing regular ASL, all these guys would be concealed. Obviously, they would have been concealed before anyways, but they would also just have reconcealed if they had lost it for whatever reason. But we're going to go into rally phase, and I'm going to try and think about my attack here. So, like I said, I have a bunch of squads for both sides, and I have to deal with trying to break through here, and I don't really have any great opportunities. Now, I think my plan is going to be to try and get into this grain, and it'll force these guys to move, and these guys are going to want to retreat to exit anyways. It's it's 5.5 turns, and the Italians go first and last, which is not great because I need to, as the Greeks, be able to prevent them from really getting that end game movement. Did I mess up anything here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, they have the range for it. That's true. I did mess that up. I don't know if fire lanes. I'm pretty sure fire lanes must exist in that. So let's see if we can potentially get something out of here and create a base of fire. And this do this, I think. I think this is the play. It should be specified as well, because this isn't in the SSRs or anything. So on turn 1, the Greeks that enter on turn 1 along the east edge have already expended 2 movement factors. So obviously for a lot of units, that is, unless you're CXing, that's half of their movement, which is not great. And yeah, I have to hope that that doesn't screw me over. Also, because I'm looking and I want to be able to clear that out. Uh-oh. Well, looks like unfortunately, Germany and Paraguay are going to pound shots. Weather's no change, rally phase, no actions, prep fire, nothing, because I don't have anybody on board, and movement phase. So in the movement phase, I'm going to try and have this make sense type idea. So first and foremost, I'm going to have a half squad declare CX. So they're here for 3, 4. Do I shoot? It's a big stack up there. I think I'm going to declare with these 2 half squads. So 2 down 2. 2 on 2. 2 on 2's got to be at least a 1 check. 2 on 2 is a K1. Never mind. But actually, you know what? I was right. It was a 1 check. And there's 1 residual there, which is now a problem. That's not what I wanted to see. Now, this 457 could still technically assault move, but that is 9 firepower. 1. Okay. 237 just comes on board. He's just gonna be fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So half squad with leader 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then as they get there, I'm going to subsequent for 1 down 2. 6 on 1 is nothing. And there's no residual. Which is great, because now my plan here is going to be this guy's CXing 3, 4, 5. I think I need to create space. Okay, so yeah, those guys don't really have anything. This guy could potentially snipe, but so 3, 4, 5, 6. So they get there for 6. I'm going to shoot with this guy as a 3 cowers. So it's a 1 down 2. No, nothing happens. He's finaled. I'm then going to have to begrudgingly do a 6 down 2, which is also nothing, which is bad. That goes down to a 2 residual. And now that these guys are pretty much locked out, yeah, they're locked out. So then now these guys can declare CX 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And like I could technically do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do a 1 down 2. They don't really have anybody else to shoot at. 1 down 2. Why not? You... Alright, so a one-on-one is a K1, which is shared between these guys. So leader, this guy's halved. Then everybody takes a 1 check. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Oh my god. Alright, well, you know, what's the worst that could happen, he says. As everybody breaks. I don't have any other movement phase. Well, yeah, no. I just don't feel... The only thing I can think of is this guy's going to assault move into A. Actually, he can't assault move because he's already spent 2. Shoot. What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to take a shot and then... Or, sorry, I'm going to have him move in, and then I'm going to take a shot with these 2 guys. So, it's a 6 flat. Alright. So this guy breaks. And then this guy's coward. I got no other shots because I really do not trust this at all. Yeah, I don't trust this at all. So that's it for movement. Defensive. In the defensive fire phase, I'm going to declare with 3-4-7 again. So 3 flat. Normal. ELRs and breaks. This might be a fast game. Holy moly. I'm not trying to fuck this up, but this is crazy. Advanced fire phase. 4 up 1. Nope. I have no other shots. At all. Okay, routes is probably going to be a problem here. So, take off preps, take off defensives. Now, does this guy reach 1, 2, 3, 4? No. Okay, so attacker first. So these guys get to route to H10 and then have to stay there. They must stay there. This guy can't... I don't think there's prisoners in starter kit. So this guy has to low crawl to D8. He's got nowhere else he can go. This guy, on the other hand, could move and continue. Which, you know what? He's just going to do that. So 6. Yep. I think that's it. In the advanced phase, you go there, you go here, you go there. I really don't have any other options. This sucks. I was hoping maybe I could... Like, no smoke. Yeah, like, no smoke. What do you... I don't want to call this an impossible scenario, actually, for the defender, but this is tough. Like, I'm gonna have to approach this afterwards. I don't know if there's a way to... Yeah, this is... I don't like this at all. Okay. So, that's it for advance. We're no CC. We go to turn 2 for the Italians. Weather, no change. In the rally phase, there's a... Do they... Oh, yeah, they have self-rally, but they don't have heat of battle. So if that happens... they're going to try a repair. All right. I knew that was going to happen. The Greeks will try a rally, not get it, and then try a self-rally, also not get it. And these guys are probably... Well, maybe not doomed, but they're not in a great place. So that's it for rallies. We're going to go to prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I'm going to take a shot as a 10 up 1. 8 on 10 is at least a normal. So leader's fine, squad's fine, and 1 break. So 1 guy breaks, which is fine. Any break is good. I did not get rate of fire, which is fine. I'm going to do a 6 up 1. 6 on 6 is a 1 check. This guy's pinned. That's not great. And then over here, actually, no, I don't need... I want to make these shots first. I'm going to have these 2 half squads shoot. It's going to be a 4 flat. They will cower, so it's a pin task check instead. This guy's fine. And then I will do a 6-up 1, unless... No, I'm still going to do... no, wait, I can't, because the target limitation. So 6-up 1, also nothing. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I'll survive anyways. So that's it for prep. After prep fire movement phase, so I'm gonna have squad and leader in G5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This squad's gonna lose CX. They will move 2, 3, 4. This stack loses CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next up, these guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy will do 2, 4. This guy will lose CX. How do I want to organize this? 2, 4. And then over here, I'm going to have one half squad will go to D6 for 1. I will assume nothing has nothing like I want to. Well, yeah, this building is like impossible to break at this point. I really need to like go into it with CC or something, but I'll go to D7 for 2. This guy DMs, which I guess technically he wouldn't have lost his DM anyways, but that's not really the point here. I will take a 4 down 2. Okay. I'm going to take a 2 down 2. Also bad. Okay, this is not good at all. So there's 2 residual here. This guy's moved for 2, 3, 4. This guy's going to declare CX. Yeah, technically this guy's first, but he can't shoot anybody else. So CX's for 1, 2.5, 4, no, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. It wouldn't matter. Sorry. So 1, 2.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yeah. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I guess this guy. I'll take a shot and we'll see. Because I don't. It'll suck if these guys are DM'd. So they got here for 1. Come on. They got here for 1. This guy's shot. He's halved. So it's a 2 down 2. 3 on 2 is a 1 check. Leader breaks. So that'll... Okay. Well, they'll both break and ELR, I think. Okay. So that at least changes... That's a pretty big change. Well, it's a big enough change. It's it doesn't re-DM these guys. But they are... They could be still in a bad space. Oh my god, they're still tied. That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, this guy's first fired. Like, maybe there's more value in that. I don't think so. That doesn't... Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I think if I was trying to be sneakier-ish, I would have, like, if I'd remember this guy, I would have had the half squad move out, maybe CX him, and then have him get shot, and then the leader would go out. Unfortunately for... Oh, wow. Paraguay moves forward. That's crazy. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that the starter kit does not have bypass rules. Or fortunate, I guess, depending on who you ask. But there's a world where if there was bypass, I could have gotten to him. Yeah, I would have gotten to him, period. There's no... But then again, the Greeks would have had maybe an easier time moving around. Anyways, so in the rest of defensive fire phase, I'm going to have this guy final fire against the guy adjacent to him. Man, that's a good roll, but it's a 6-on-2 pin test check. This guy's fine. And then over here, we're going to do a, what is it, 16 up 2? 6-on-16 is a 2 morale check. No problem. Pin and break. Elar and break. I don't know why that's coded that way. I'm gonna have to ask Doug. But this guy's pinned, but I will be honest. I think you can volunteer break. I'm not 100% sure, but I will do that anyways. Or, I don't know. I don't know if it's allowed. I'm going to assume it's allowed and go with it. So, that's it for defensive. Advanced fire phase, I mean, I might as well do a 1 flat. No. I don't really have any other shots, period. We go to route phase. Take off residuals here. So route phase, as always, attacker first. So these guys, like I said, I'll voluntarily break the leader. 2, 4, 6. Might as well go here for 6. And these guys are going to join them. We'll get one big group here. This could be a bad idea, but the fact that there's so few units, I don't think it's really going to harm them. That's it for... Oh, sorry. This guy, I think technically does get to route this way, and leader will join him as a low crawl. I think, because I'm sure, can you... I don't... That's bugging me now. I'm pretty sure you can't take prisoners. I'm pretty sure Starter Kit does not do prisoners specifically. Okay, error message here. SK rules. I hope September 2021 is the latest, but I'm fairly certain. Prisoner? Yeah, there's no prisoners. Okay, so I'm not insane. Yeah, so these guys get to route to C9. I'm pretty sure it's a low crawl, because I think that's just how it is. I definitely have to try and remember broken morale with the +1. But I don't think it applied, because I rolled double 8s. Alright, advances. Now, in the advance phase, that's a great question here. This feels like a good idea, but then I'm losing out on this. I don't want to give up this building. I think I advance this guy there. Because then these guys have to move because they don't have a shot. And I keep the stone building. Y'all go there. You can go into the woods. You can go in the woods. You can go there. This guy can go there. That's gonna be it. No CC, despite how much I really want to CC, unironically. I think I'm just skipping on it because I don't know, maybe I feel like it'd be too easy, or the lower firepower really doesn't help. That I will say for sure. Weather, no change, and then no reinforcements for the Greeks, which is real bad because they need them. Rally phase actions here. So first things first, I'm going to do the self rally. So this leader comes back. That is a -2, which will miss. And no. Alright, that sucks ass. I need to break this guy now because he'll get a free shot. Rally attempt? Nope. DM stays on. And then over here, rally is unsuccessful. And then over here, I have 2 leaders that can self-rally, so I will do the better one first. That will succeed. And then he's going to try and rally the bottom 3 first because there's a +4 on them. So no, no, and no. Perfect. And then the top guy, also no. So this guy just, we'll do it this way. Otherwise, no other rally phase actions to do. We go to prep fire phase. I have to try a 2 flat. Nope. All right. I need to break this as well, and then these guys have to move, I think is the goal here. So I will try a 12 up 3. They will cower to 8, which is not great, but that's still a 1 check. So squad is fine, squad is, or half squad, okay. That's insane. That is unironically insane. Yeah, this might be game. I have no other shots, so movement phase, I'm going to have both of these squads assault move, and then this guy will take a shot as a 6 up 2, which doesn't do anything. First fired, or technically final fired because of that, but that's it for movement. Go to defensive, 1 up 1. They are DM'd because that still had the chance, or technically no. Would they? No, because he can cower. Yeah, because he can cower. There's no. I can't DM him. I actually don't know if that rule applies in starter kit. I imagine it must, but anyways. So I can't make that, or I can make that shot. I just don't DM him, which is whatever. It does suck, but I will take my lumps when it exists or whatever. I'm going to take another 4 flat shot with the 2 half squads. 5 on 4 is a morale check of some sort. I'm pretty sure even at a 1 morale check, yeah, these should be fine. And then 6 up 1, 8 on 6 pintash check. He's fine. Okay. No other shots to do. Advanced fire phase, I can do a 8 up 1. No, never mind. Routes. Once more, I'm going to take these things off. These guys will have to route or low crawl. Nobody else can do anything. Advances. I'm risking it all here. I need to get some kills. These guys aren't going to move. Yeah. Okay. In CC phase, let's get these counters out here. As the Greeks, I'm going to try this one first. Greeks, Italians, Greeks are ambushing. Yeah, that's a kill. Don't need to do anything extra there. That might be all their goodwill. We'll see. Greeks first. Italians, no. Are there any green? No. Yeah, so no ambush. The Italians have 5 firepower. The Greeks have 8. So the Greeks are at a 3-2. I'm gonna target. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do a 2-1, a 2-1, and a 1-1. So I'm gonna organize it like this. I'm organizing it like this for the Greeks just to make it easier, so that people watching this understand how I'm splitting it. On the flip side, the Italians are gonna do a 5-4, so a 1-1 just against the half squads. So I'll do these in order. So 1-1, the 347 is dead. 2-1, pretty sure that half squad's alive, and then another 2-1. He might be dead as well. 2-1, yeah, need a 7. So full squad and half squad are dead, and then a 1-1. No, all right. And then unfortunately, that turns into a melee. Yeah. All right. Turn 3. There's no pins. Yeah. All right. Weather, no change. Rally phase. In the rally phase, Italians first. So the broken leader comes back. Squad comes back. Have the 4 morale guy does not, and the other guy does. So 3 units come back, which is pretty nice. Over here, first squad does come back, and second squad also comes back. That's really unfortunate. If I hadn't had these guys breaking D6, the game would probably be over because of that. This guy, no. DM. Technically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it stays on. And then over here, also comes back. All right. Prep fire phase. I'm going to try a Hail Mary shot here. 1 up 1. No. I didn't really have a chance with this guy to go anywhere anyways. So it doesn't really matter. At least in my mind, it doesn't really matter. I think that's it for prep fire. Movement phase. Ooh, this is actually really bad that they both came in at this point. I'm going to do 7-0 and a 3-4-7 are going to normal move. Sorry. This should be here and like this. I have 3 turns of movement I need to do, so I probably don't want to assault move, to be honest, because that's a lot of grain to have to go through. So these guys are going to normal move to N7 for 1. I'm just going to take a shot with this gang. I have no clue what their range is. 6. That's fine. So that's 2. So 6 down 3. 3 on 6. That's definitely a K something. Yeah, K2. So someone takes the... Okay, well, fine. Is he dead? No. So he's wounded. He's halved. And then a 2 morale check. This guy is ELR'd and broken. That sucks. Did not get raped. So now... I kinda... Yeah, I'm losing out on points here. I need to skedaddle. This guy's gonna declare CX. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. CX. Yeah, I'm not chancing this. Also, there's 2 residual here. 1, 2... 3.5, 5, 6.5, 8. This guy declares CX. 2, 4, 6. Anybody that can move is declaring CX over here. So do this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, that's it. Defensive, none. Because nobody can really see anything else. This guy's just, out in the middle of nowhere, so he can't really do anything anyways. And yeah, take residuals off. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, y'all go in here. I think that's the only broken guy that must route. Yeah, he's not in. I'll just move him back 1 more, just in case. Advances. In the advance phase, you go here, you guys go there for safety. You go into wood building. You can go into grain, woods. CC, we have 1. I'm going to try for a 1 to 2 against a 2-3-7. Nope. And this is you'd have to roll 12s essentially. So that's a bust. I guess technically this guy could have advanced, and I'll just toss him there, because why not? I don't think it really matters. It can potentially upset their movement, so that is good that he's still around. I'm essentially going to have to force these guys to shoot, at least with 1 guy, to try and break them, and then these guys get some movement, essentially. Because otherwise, yeah. Weather, no change. The Greek reinforcements do show up. So Greek reinforcements are 3, 4, 5, 7s. Two and an 8-0. And an LMG. Yeah, I can see this being pretty rough for the Italians. They're going to set up on the north side here. And then I'm just going to cut down and get into here and be a nuisance. I don't think there's anything that the Greeks can, or the Italians can really do against that. Other rally phase action things. Greeks first, so they're going to try and rally a guy. They won't get it. But now this should come off because he's no longer in range and in open ground. And then over here, we'll attempt to rally, won't get it. Prep. Like I said, I'm going to try a 4 flat. I'm very lucky that breaks that. Because now these guys don't have to worry about them. I can try and get some movement in. Even if it's dangerous, I would rather try for the movement here. So I don't have any other prefer movement. These guys are going to declare CX 2, 4, 6. These guys will also declare CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 1, 3, or 2.5. Do anything. And then these guys will try. So they will go to I-10 for 1. No shot. They will go to J-10 for 3 total. Once more, no shot. I'm going to try K-10 for 5 total. This might be a really bad idea, but my understanding here is, you know, I need to try and close out this gap and also get, you know, line of sight here. It might be a bad idea, but we'll see, because I will take a shot over here. This 6-1 is not helping out. It's just the 8-0 and the 2 squads. No, there's no way. That's it. Defensive, none other than that. Or sorry, other movement stuff. I was just talking about them. There's CX 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 6, 8. Yeah. Routes. This guy can't go anywhere without getting closer to anybody, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So this guy is just eliminated. Outside of that, nothing. Oh, this guy's also eliminated. Advances. I'm going to get these guys to L10. You can go here, why not? You go here for line of sight. Sure. Whatever. And cool. And these guys are going to split. Actually, no, I don't need them to split. I guess if I'm going to split at all, it'll be this. There. No CC. We go to turn 4 for the Italians. And I'm... do I have anything to get people off in 3 turns? Can I even get off in 3 turns? Alright. Weather, no change. Rally phase, and then we're going to check for success here if it's possible. Wow. Even, so plus minus, I still get that, which is crazy. Rally over here, also get it. Kind of neat. Okay, so I need 10 CVP off-board west edge at game end. What's the... Yeah, no way. I should have looked at... What's the balance in this? The balance makes way more sense. Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, this... Yeah. Okay, so if I try to math this out, so I have, in some cases, 5 hexes of movement. I have to hope a lot goes my way. These guys are not making it anywhere because they're both locked at 3 movements. These guys are all CX, so they're worse now. I think I might just have to call it for the Italians. I don't see a path to victory here. Like, I would have to just be so super unlucky with any shot as the Greeks. Like, I'll try to play this quick and kind of show what I mean here. So I'm not going to take any shots because I need to move like that. That's just it's a non-starter, right? So go to movement phase. This guy loses CX. We'll go there for 4. These guys lose CX. I now need to try and run. So I'll go here for 1, and I will try a shot from W5. I don't know if that's a valid shot. That is, and it's clean. Well, it's -1 +1, so it's just flat, but it is flat on 10, and I think that was an 8. Yeah, so normal morale check. Okay, and awesome. There's no heat of battle, so nothing happens there. So they're there for 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'll just go 3, and then I'll bunch these guys up, I guess. Or 4. There is literally no good way to attack that group now, or at all. 5, 6, and then I will take a subsequent. So it's +1 overall, because 1 for CX, 1 for Woods, -1 for non-assault, and then this is doubled, halved for 10. So it's a 6 on 10, which is at least a morale check. Okay. And he's dead. So those guys take the morale check, they ELR and break, and then this guy's death causes them to take another morale check, which they fail, and become a half squad. And that's, at that point, that's just game, because yeah, there's just not, like, if I could have disrupted this group, like if they had failed a second shot, which, you know, skexed +1, it's negating some stuff. Obviously, it's 2 squads, which is unfortunate, but because, you know, I can get this guy to go 4 squares. I could, I guess, have technically shot here. Let's try a 2 down 1. 7 on 2, I don't think is anything, so he gets to go there. This guy loses CX. 2, 3. I'm gonna have the half squad with the LMG shoot, no leader or modifier, so 2 down 2. 6 on 2, Pintash check, he's fine. No. These guys go bottom. 4 total. I don't think residual is going to matter here, but never know, I guess. This guy loses CX. 1, 2. As he gets here, the rest of this group is going to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 down 3. 6 on 6, 1 check. Okay. Uh, 2. So this guy, I guess that's technically. No, wait, I haven't been doing. Yeah. 3. I don't care for subsequent. 1.5, 3. This stack is going to lose CX. 1, 2, 3.5, 5, 6.5, 8. I just realized that I can't do 8 because the conscript, he only has. Actually, I can't do 8 anyways. I don't know what I'm thinking. They're not CX'd. 1, 2, 3.5, 5. That's all I can do. It's even worse. I hate playing with conscripts. I learn this more and more every time. I don't think like defensive fire phase, nothing. Advance, nothing. Routes, you know, this guy goes there. Advances, you know, get guys in green, I guess. Cover there. The 6-1, I guess I'll have him with the 3-3-6, because maybe. How much would I need for 10? 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I need all of these full squads to make it, which I don't think is going to happen. Call me a pessimist, but I don't think that's going to happen. Weather, no change. Rally phase. Um, Self rally? No. Or sorry, I didn't realize I thought there was a leader, but I forgot he died. No rally phase actions then. Prep fire. Um, I don't need to. I guess the only thing is, we'll do this as an up to. That's actually 8. That's a normal morale check. Okay. Sniper doesn't activate. Yeah. Movement phase. These guys will CX. I get 7 movement with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These guys lose CX. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take a shot with P6. Why not? No. I don't recall if they do have a thing for that. I'm gonna not play with it. 2, 3, 4. There's not. Yeah, there's no way. These guys lose CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy takes a shot. It's 1.5. What are they gonna hear? Yeah, 1.5. Up 1. 6 on 1.5. Nothing. Pretty sure that was 5, 6. CX 2, 4, 6. CX 2, 4, 6. CX 4, 6. And then these guys lose CX. He'll just go here for 4. And these guys can just wait. They don't need to do anything. Defensive, nothing, realistically. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, none to really do. Pretty sure none to do. Advances, you go there. We're going to do this and this. You go here. Up 1, up 1, up 1, up 1, up 1. These guys will stay. Actually, yeah, they'll stay where they are. And you go there. No CC, turn 5 Italians. I now have 2 turns to get off board. It's just not possible at this point. I really don't think it's possible. If I have 8 movements, well, less with these guys. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. X. For advance. No, I can't make it off board. Those guys, 1.5, 3, 4. Say CX. I could potentially get the X9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 advance. If I advance, this guy has to survive everything against them. Weather, no change. Stealth rally, not successful. Yeah, I just don't think it's possible because I need to shoot with it. Like, maybe need to is a strong word, but like 3 up 1, no. 3 up 1, also no. Yeah, I can't. I don't think there's a way to bust through this. Especially with this guy being broken and these guys being slow and these guys being impossibly slow. Like, even without really doing anything, like 1.5, 3. Like, I kind of have to run the gamut with this guy. Like 1, 2, because I need to move. Then 12 down 2. 4 on 12 is 3 morale check. Is this guy a hero? No. Just no. And then, yeah, that's just game at that point. Like there's a world where two, and then again to U3, you could advance into V2, CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's not possible to get off board with those guys. You'd have to make a mad dash, get in here or here. Hope you can CC and kill, and then next turn move out, which I don't think is happening. um, yeah, I think so. Two things. First off, for starter kit, 6 turns to go an entire board with the vast majority of it being grain is a near impossible like victory condition, in my opinion. Because at a certain point, it's just you running. Like the Italians would just never get to do anything other than move on their turn, and there's no like fun way to do that. Um, at the very least, it's like if the Italians had more defensive units, or I can see the medium being too strong. The fact that I lost my medium also real pain in the ass. I don't know how you really resolve that in a game sense. Um, I get the point of like you want to have them not have the MMG to fire lane so that you know they don't just get to exist and blow you up as the Italians. However, I do want to point out that in the in the lifetime of S-10, which I don't think is classified under anything as having like a reprint. No. So there's only one version of S-10 as far as I know, at least on the ASL Snare Archive and Roar. So S-10 has a combined victory rate here of 113 to 43. And I can see draws just being like personal choice, but um yeah, I think yeah, I don't I think I'm gonna try and read some ARs here and come away with final thoughts because I think this is just a dog water scenario. I think it's ass, and for it to be in scenario kit or starter kit, I think two, if I remember correctly. Am I going insane? Yeah, starter kit two. That's a insanely poor scenario in my mind. Game ended, last die roll, last action, last turn, 50 chances for each side to win. Was really balanced and fun. This is a 2006 report, sure. Got a huge start early. Slowed down by flanking squad made it impossible for me to get the win. Real interest in Sneers my first against a very experienced opponent. As a result, lost badly. I would definitely play again and leave some squads behind to cut the Greeks down if they're on board. I think the Italians could win if they did this. Super scenario, and one that you must consider playing. Must consider playing. Although I lost as the Italian player, I was in control of most of the matches. I made an unfortunate move. I moved the stack, which I know better to do, and a stray 2 -1 shot wax half the stack. My opponent was very skillful as a Greek player and continuously to lay control. I took the Italian balance because the imbalance made it pretty easy because opponent didn't get reinforcements. Didn't be again. Italians led some squads and half squads behind to slowly advance in Greek with relative success. 7 squads and 3 Italians were running your field when flanking appeared in the woods in front of them. Then split forces in order to bypass Greek resistance and go for the west. The southern group managed to exit by the west side. However, northern group suffered precise machine gun fire and did not exit in time. Only 3 squads and 2 leaders exited. Fun scenario, came right down to the end. Very close game. Greeks held up rear guard. Like many random die roll scenarios, this one just feels gamey. If the Greeks don't get their reinforcements until turn 4, I think it's an Italian victory. If they get them at turn 3 or earlier, I don't see how the Italians can win. I think that's probably something I'm going to agree with the most. Whoopsies, we completely misread the Greek entry rules, marking this incomplete to avoid drawing missing statistics. It's completely through the scenario. Not sure what the Italians are supposed to do here, although that could be an experience showing. We looked at the balance beforehand and decided to give the Italians the balance adjustment. Honestly, though, it didn't seem to matter. Post game discussions led me to conclude that the issues with this one is two-part. One, map is horrible for this. I agree. There's no real way for the Italians to approach the Greek force that doesn't evolve or devolve into them charging the Greek line. The Italians don't have enough troops to try and overwhelm the Greeks, and any shooting match is going to heavily favor. These guys are speaking as if they come in on different sides, and that's not true. So I don't know why they're saying that necessarily. Two, the Greek reinforcements are super punishing. The ability for them to come in to flank, reinforce, or just block the Italians make this massively out of whack. I feel like the snare is deeply flawed, but I'm interested to see where there is an error. Yeah. Same idea. I forgot that in SK, yeah, P708 does not have an upper level, and you can't shoot. You have to shoot through the grain. Essentially, you don't get that sort of stuff. Um, Very poor one-sided snare design. Like, oh damn! Someone wrote, yeah, that's pretty scathing. I'd have to actually double check to see if I've what my ratings are on Brian Eustace's snares. I'm interested to see if that's maybe the case here. A wacky scenario is reported as being very unbalanced, so we gave the Italians balance rule. Victory IMO hinges on two things. First, the Italians cannot dawdle. The majority of their units have to be mooning at all times, never preferring and moving CX every chance. If they don't, it's impossible to exit. It's literally a sprint. Leave a few squads in strategic locations as delaying forces. Second, if the Greek get their reinforcements on turn 2, you might as well just end the scenario. The Italians are easy to break and have a horrible ELR. If the Greek don't get reinforcements until turn 4, the Italians can win. Very tough scenario for the Italians. Have no idea how the Italians are supposed to win this. Greeks attempted move into 2 residual, which ended up being devastating. Flanking units set up an effective block, but the rest of the Greek force could not catch up, getting the time space exit turn 5. Still waiting for my vassal dice to be as ones of my opponents. Ha ha ha. Italians left a strong covering horse behind, or forced to delay the pursuing Greeks. The delay was effective, giving the remainder breathing room to dash. Reinforcements arrived on turn 2. Entered on the south side. Italians were able to break one of the reinforcing MMCs. Never rallied the remainder of the scenario. In addition, Italian shot Italian. Blah. Yeah, you really just have to be lucky. After playing a full ASL for a round, it's hard to remember which rules to ignore when playing SK. This may affect play balance, but in this scenario, Italians would be pushed. Even if there were no Greeks opposing them, it is a long way to go in 6 turns. Even with some poor rolls by the Greeks on the last turn, the Italians could only manage 6 VP. Play this scenario with full ASL rules. This was a fun one, but very hard for the Italian side. Yeah, with the full rules, because of bypass, this scenario is easier. It's not super easy, but it's easier because you can set up on this northern side or go this northern side and bypass and end up in the rear side of these woods a lot faster than you would otherwise. Kind of the same thing here, where instead of trying to follow the road, you can just cut through and save yourself at least a hex of movement, which is really nice. Yeah, fast infantry movement, a la fighting withdrawal. Seems it's very hard for the Italians to win against a competent Greek pursuit, but I can see that the scenario would be much more balanced if both balance options are taken. Interesting scenario. There's an exercise in blah 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 blah. Oh, this guy just wrote the same thing twice. Double upload for whatever reason. Very interesting scenario. Italian sprint. A few squads were left to break up the Greeks as they come on board. Slow pursuit, which did help, but the Greek reinforcements came on as early as possible. The Greeks set up the net. The Italians, as they attempted to run across the grain field, managed only 4 VPs, but using the balance might make the difference. One, a bit boring, and I flagged the Italian with the second reinforcement. It's kind of interesting, but the geoboard is a really weird design and boring overall. I agree. Italians managed to score 9 VP. It was down to the last turn when the Greeks broke the 3 remaining Italian units that could have scored the last VP. Italians scored 12 VP with a lot of luck and maximum hustle. An early Seikai decimated and overtaking Greek kill stack in a field. Yeah. Flanking force delayed until turn 4. Grabbing, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Last meanwhile, the rest of the 3rd Alpini slipped by, saving themselves for a future retreat. They escaped with a repaired MMG, never fired once, which I don't know why you would retain the MMG because that's 4 PP, pretty sure. 4 PP? Yeah. So you're just really like slowing yourself down a lot. Um, yeah, okay. So overall, I think a lot of people see this as being really tough for the Italians. I agree. I think it's really I think this map is a terrible choice for this scenario. You're looking at needing to move at all times, and maybe the lesson here is that uh, you leave of the 10 squads the Italian has, maybe it's like leave a squad and some half squads in this area, have a squad with a leader or something in B2 or B2, B4, and that's it. Like that's, you have your MMG in here or whatever, to provide extra potential fire if you were to pass, and that's it. Like that. Other than that, you pray. I think if I did anything wrong in this one, like specifically wrong, I would say that it's probably that I split my stacks. I just kept splitting my stacks, so I have a leader that can move a squad eventually, at a higher distance, but it maybe the world's a little different if I have 3 squads that are, at the bottom instead. I don't know. It feels like um as has been mentioned in other AARs, you must move at all times. If you ever wait, then you're dead. And I think this is a very weird scenario to do that in when a lot of old, or at least older scenarios would have given you the extra like 1 turn. And I think if maybe this is a 6.5 turns instead of 5.5, maybe that makes more sense, and the Italians have at least a little bit of breathing room. But as mentioned, like these 3 squads with an LMG and a leader being able to just appear from on turn 2 through 4 is crazy. Um, I think especially as someone else noted, like on turn 2, that is an insane amount of flanking capability, because there's no real reason to ever have them show up closer to the Italians wherever they are. You really just want them to be, in this north south ridge tree line. Like, there's no reason to do anything else. And I think it really just becomes a matter of, where you have your LMG. So, as an example, that's clean. Okay. Yeah. So the power play here is you have a squad in this general area. You have a squad either here, or if you can manage, you get them into these woods. And you have the guy with the LMG and leader in this specific hex, because you can see this entire area with absolutely no issue, right? You have no hindrance throughout the entire way. So you are going to have a clean shot at a 4-down-2 at minimum, unless, or I guess like 4-down-1 at minimum if they assault move. And you can obviously guard against grain movement, and you get a clean shot down through here. Um, there's just no substitute for how good that is. There's, like I said, I think earlier, if I hadn't lost the squad and leader, or technically I had them break, it doesn't really matter. But if I hadn't lost them to their movement to H10, and I would have killed that stack in H10, the kill stack there. One, it's a lot more movement that I get to do, which is really nice. And I think that at some point, that would have allowed me to get, at least closer to this end of the map on the northern side. But ultimately, like, I think this is a terrible scenario. I think it's a very bad scenario to try and teach people things about ASL, because again, movement is nice and all, but I don't think that having a scenario where your entire goal is to just run from one side of a map all the way to the end is something that's like really engaging or fun for people to do. when they're learning a game. I think you probably want to have like a little less focus on the huge amount of movement, and change it up so that if the Italians were winning too much, then you have the balance is that you shorten the scenario rather than try to cut playing area, because the only thing in the balance here, so balance for both sides, Italians, is you reduce the play area to the Y hex row, which is a nice change, but ultimately I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, because you still need to go through the maximum amount, like you're basically still going through the entire map. Like it's still 25 hexes, and technically 26 because you count trying to get off board, but it's 26 hexes of movement, which is not great in 5.5 turns. And yeah, like the balance for the Greeks is just you change it so that instead of a 2-4-6 progression between turns 2 through 4 for entry, it's 3 or 6 on turns 2 and 3 respectively. So, I don't think the Greeks need the reinforcements super early. And the earlier they do get it, the worse it is for the Italians, just plain and simple. Because again, there's no incentive to try and send your guys out closer to wherever the Italians may be in the middle, if they happen to be there. Um, yeah, I think if anything, the worst thing about this is probably that grain is in season. I kind of get the reasons as to why, but I think it makes the scenario worse overall, because you just have to pay so much to move anywhere. And um like I understand, needing to have something to like potentially slow down the Italians, to maybe like not get them to move so quickly. uh but if that's the case, then you pick a different map. And I think that also becomes a problem because starter kit relies on only the maps that exist within the box. And so Starter Kit 2 only has, I believe, is it only 2 maps? Um, I have to actually check this. Actually, you know what? It might be in here. Because I believe in decreasing order, Starter Kit 1 has X and Y. Yeah, so essentially, there's only 2 boards in this scenario. There's or in this scenario, in this module, X and W, and I will put it out there to say that X is, or W is, a way better scenario map for this scenario. I mean, you could have mashed 2 maps together. You could do all sorts of stuff. I think it would be way more interesting. And yeah, the fact that they didn't do it really is silly, and I think this scenario is bad. What the heck is this screenshot? Is there any? What the heck is this? Blah blah blah. Does this situation end of game turn 5? Someone is at game turn 5. The Greeks. Okay, hold on. What the heck am I looking at here? So there is the screenshot on ASL Scenario Archive, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before I skedaddle. But the screenshot in Scenario Archive has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the Italians in this screenshot have lost 5 squads. All their half squads are gone, and they lost three regular squads. The Greeks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half squad. So they've lost 3 squads. Technically 2. There's 1 broken on the map, which somehow he's not dead, but will likely be the next turn. And this guy has to cross, so he can get 5 points out, 7, and then he needs to hope and pray that on his on Italian game turn 6, he can get an extra 2 squads. Yeah, he would have to get these 2 squads. So he needs to get 2 squads past. Actually, can he even get out? CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. CX 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this screenshot is an auto loss. He can only get 7 points out. Even if the Greeks could just choose to not do anything, and the Italians would still lose. So, yeah. Anyways, bad scenario. I wouldn't recommend it. I think that there are other scenarios that do this type of action better. This is like, to me, this is critical hit levels of just poor execution on an idea. Skip it, or I don't know, play like massively change it. This is like a 2. I don't even want to give it a 3. It's bad. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed suffering with me. I will hopefully have a game this coming Saturday with Rutan. I don't know, simply because it is America Day on Saturday. And I'm a dirty communist, apparently, according to certain news outlets. And we celebrate 3 days earlier. So I will be fine for Saturday, but I don't know if Rutan will be, and I'll just have to go off that. So until then, have a lovely week. Enjoy your time off. If you're in Canada, happy Canada Day in advance. And bye.